You gonna you gonna wake up for the podcast?
Oh,
Hello?
what? What?
You fell
Oh,
asleep.
oh, oh. Are we still on Iron Flame?
Sadly, yeah.
Oh, hi everyone. Hi, my turd knockers and my fart bubblettes.
Oh, that one's cute.
Right? It gives a little spin. It
What
it
was the other
just.
one? Turd knockers? That's bad.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Oh my
You say
god.
so.
Today we okay, this is gonna be a very, very controversial video, and I can already see the keyboard warriors going crazy in the comment section. We are reading or reviewing, I don't know at this point, possibly one of the worst books of 2025 for us. And this is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is book 2 in the whole Fourth Wing series. Yeah, I know the series is not called Fourth Wing, fuck off. But we're doing Iron Flame today. And holy fucking shit. This book puts you straight to sleep. Melatonin who? Just pick up this book and it'll knock your ass out immediately. My god.
You feel very strongly about that.
No, I do. I was actually messaging Esper. I read the book first, I believe, and I was messaging her and I was like, bro, I think something's wrong with me because Fourth Wing was one of my all-time favorite books, and I was like, damn, I really fucking love that book. And now this book, I hate it with a burning passion. Everything about this book is absolutely atrocious. And
I second that.
yeah, luckily I felt very seen because she felt the exact same way. But my god, I don't even know where to go with this. There's so much. There's so much wrong with this book. I can't even give you you know how we usually do the whole summary of this happens, this happens, this happens. Violet bitches during the entire thing. Tarn loses his entire cool. He's not the boss daddy dragon anymore. He's some fucking, who are you? Jack comes back to life because we definitely needed that in this series.
Yeah, everybody loves Jack. He's a beloved character.
And if you didn't think an over excessive amount of new characters was enough, let's add in Xaden's ex-girlfriend to the mix. Oops, okay. I'm so mad. There's a tiny bit more school, and yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, that's it. Nothing happened in this book, and I'm heavily upset by it.
No. Stuff definitely happened. Violet spent the first 15 chapters talking about I can't trust Satan. He kept so many secrets from me. Oh my gosh, I can't trust him. I love him, but I can't trust him. I love him, but I can't trust him. Oh my gosh, my heart. Oh, I can't. And how could he keep a secret that Brennan was alive, even when my childhood best friend could literally touch my face and see my thoughts? Why? Why would he do this to me? Oh wait, I like him again. He's kind of hot. No, I can't trust him. Wait a minute, hold on. No, can't trust him.
And then, of
Well,
course,
if we no, can't
and then
trust
of course,
him.
literally, Xaden comes by and he's like, all you have to do is tell me that you love me, but I don't love you. Oh my god, I love him so much. You just have to tell me you love me, but I don't love you. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, shut up.
But
Stop
Xaden
talking.
isn't. he isn't innocent in all this either, because I love her. Oh, but I can't. I must protect her. But I love her so much. But
Just
her
fucking...
protection and safety comes first. Also, the romance in this one was very two-dimensional, because it was, yes, I love her, cool, but then the reasons he loved her was like her body, the sex, her body, the sex, and then the same thing with her, his body. I want to have sex with him. Every time I look at him, my pussy throbs. Well, she doesn't say that, I don't think. But you get you get where I'm coming from. It's a lot of yearning when there's no need for yearning, and it's very two-dimensional.
Right. Going off of what you said, I was reading other reviews on Goodreads, and one of the reviews was like, yeah, of course, Violet had time to shave her coochie hair in war or some shit.
Oh my god, yes.
So...
Well, she's sickly, so maybe she just doesn't grow hair there, you know, because she's sick.
Oh, yeah.
She's ill, terminally.
Mentally, fucking... Oh my god. But no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be so fully transparent. I give absolutely negative, like, 2,000 shits. Like, I would rather be constipated for an entire 10 years than give a single shit for this book. So, I'm basically just gonna read my review on Goodreads. For you guys.
Pop off.
Because, I hated this book, and I cannot begin to tell you anything good about this book. So, I'm gonna read, and you know, we never do this on this podcast, so this is where it's different. We never do this. We give our true thoughts. I no longer care. I gave my true thoughts on Goodreads. I've been thinking about this book for the past week and a half. I no longer care. I'm done with it. I want it over with. I don't even want Onyx Storm at this point. We're gonna read it. I don't want it at this point, but... Okay. I'm so triggered.
Strap in.
Oh, get ready. Get your milk.
What?
I don't...
That's offensive to the lactose intolerant people.
Bro, I'm lactose and I fucking have milk in the front row.
Oh, that's terrifying, actually.
R.I.P. to anyone sitting behind me, but it is fine. There are gas masks for a reason.
Oh,
anyway. No. Okay, so I think the reason why I'm going first, because I feel like I have a lot more to say than Esper, because yeah, I feel like this book is just gonna be the same. We're gonna shit on it and that's about it. But the entire story of Iron Flame is incredibly fucking dense. There are way too many new names and general knowledge, kind of like info dumps, that are thrown into random places. I mean, I wrote this in the thing, but I was telling her about this too. Like, it was to the point where I felt like I was literally getting fucking whiplash. Because it's like every 2 seconds, like every chapter and a half, there's a whole plot change. There's a whole like set of characters, and I'm just like, bro, I don't even know where we're at anymore. I no longer care. I was basically just like, I ended up putting the audiobook on. I was like listening to it for white noise, basically. But the pacing was atrocious. It was to the point where we weren't even in the middle of a plot change when another decided to fully take your focus away and attempted to change the pacing again. This lasted for only a few chapters and started all over again, kind of what I just said. And then the characters were all one-dimensional with zero depths back in their development. It got to the point where I'm heavily convinced that Rebecca Yaros wasn't able to focus on more than one side character at a time, and I think in the long run that truly hurt their relationships in the book. We started the book with Violet and Imogen forming a relationship, or so I thought, And then once Rhiannon came in, which I fucking love Rhiannon so much, Imogen was nowhere to be seen for several chapters until, of course, Violet started ignoring Rhiannon again for Imogen. So it felt very copy and paste rather than giving you the opportunity to build a sane relationship with each individual side character. Which, you know, like, if you've seen our other videos, like, if you've seen, like, Icebreaker, or if you've seen, like, King of Wrath, which I know we're going to do the rest of the series, but side characters make or break a book. And she has so much potential to have all of these side characters completely make this a wonderful series, and she just completely gave up on them, and her writing for them was completely lackluster. It was just kind of pathetic in a way. But alongside the characters, the dragons were always my favorite part of Fourth Wing, and I mean, you guys know that. But in the first book, we know that Tarn was super sassy, super witty, but in this one, he completely lost his edge. To the point where it was like I couldn't even recognize him half the time, if that makes sense. But the only good thing I feel like they did in this one is Andarna. She did the whole teenage angst attitude thing very, very well. So I did like Andarna throughout this book. I know I keep like talking to you like IRL rather than reading this, so I'm gonna just keep going. But going off of that, this book was way longer than it should have been. I wholeheartedly believe that Iron Flame was meant to be nothing more than a filler book to get you through the actual plot. About 65% of this book was just that, filler. And I think if Rebecca or a publisher would have scrapped every filler chapter, we would have been left with a much easier 300-page read. Still boring, but much easier. And then the romance in this book was a different story as well. The first book, we had a great development and had specific things to look forward to in Iron Flame, but the entirety of this book was spent repeating the following, as Esper previously said: "Tell me you love me, but I don't trust you. Oh my god, I love him." Wash, rinse, repeat. The amount of times I heard these three things almost turned into a drinking game. Like, this book was straight ass cheeks. To the point where I'm hoping that Onyx Storm will bring the series around, but I actually had to stop wearing my Fourth Wing hoodie out in public because now I am like heavily, what is it? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm self-conscious about showing people that I even supported Fourth Wing to begin with. It's straight trash.
The embarrassment is real.
Honestly. That's all I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I was gonna ask. There really isn't much to build on off of that. Like I said, it's a lot of back and forth between I trust you, I don't trust you, how am I gonna trust him again? And then she ends up getting mad at her brother at some point because he's keeping secrets from her too. But then she turns around and keeps secrets from her sister Mira.
Right.
Because she doesn't tell Mira that Brennan's alive. She doesn't tell Mira any of the information that she has. Because obviously they're in a war. And Mira is going to be fighting in that war, you would think. Someone who is so against being lied to anymore would not lie to their sibling.
Right.
But she does. And, you know, it's a little hypocritical, but I didn't write the book. I'm not an author, I'm not a writer. So I'm not going to pretend to know what was going on in her mind. And I've never read any other books from, what is her name? Rebecca Yarros?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never read any of her other books. It's my understanding that this series is like a branch out from what she usually writes. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure I read that.
I think she's used to doing standalone romance books.
And it shows.
Yeah, so I don't believe she, from again, correct me as well if I'm wrong, but I don't believe she's done any series. But it
Yeah,
just
and
looks
it
like she does
shows.
standalones. Yeah.
Yeah, it shows. Like the first book, magnificent. And it kind of felt like because she only does standalone, she's never had to build on a relationship that is already established. And
Right.
that's fair. So she did what any writer would do with an established relationship, and you introduce, are they called antagonists? I
Like,
haven't taken an
yeah.
English class in a hot ass minute. But you introduce an antagonist, something to put stress on the relationship. So she does enter Kat, the ex. And I I get where it was going. But Kat to me did not feel like an ex that was going to cause problems herself. It just seemed more like Violet was self-destructing because
I mean, she's just
Zayden.
Violet.
Yeah, but also because Zayden had another woman, oh my gosh, self-destruct. And it felt very high schooler to me. And these people are 20, I
I
think.
agree. I agree.
So the romance was very, I don't know what the word is. Like I know what the feeling is, but I don't know what the word is. Very, I don't want to say underdeveloped, but like young. The romance was very like, geared towards younger kids.
Yeah.
Besides like what they're saying, but like the overall feel of the relationship was something that I feel like a high school girl would be able to relate to as opposed to an adult woman,
Right.
which is kind of sad. Um, and then as far as the dragons, it just felt like maybe Rebecca wasn't in love with this book the way that she was in love with Fourth Wing. I think when she wrote Fourth Wing, she was in love with the character, she was in love with the setting. Um, she was in love with all of these things. But when she wrote this one, she wasn't. Which is
Yeah.
sad because I feel like
Yeah.
they deserved more from her. And I don't know. All the relationships deserved more, the characters deserved more. And I get that we're, I don't know, building a second portion of the world, I guess. Is
But
it a second portion? I don't know.
I, I don't know. I feel like if I understand everyone eventually wants to branch out and to do a different thing. And, kudos to her for going from romance all the way to fantasy. That is perfectly fine. But if you know for a fact you are not going to be able to withstand a 5-book series, mind you, I wouldn't even attempt it because, like I said, and like you even said too, book one was marvelous. Book one was fantastic. Granted, would I have wanted more? Absolutely. But would I have been okay with book one being a standalone? Absolutely. Because at this point, book two has tarnished my idea of what Fourth Wing is now. I still know book one is absolutely fantastic, but now I can't continue going on thinking that this book is almighty, knowing full well that this is what she produced, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. If I finish Onyx Storm, because I started it, if I finish Onyx Storm and it is dog cheeks, I'm not reading the rest of the series.
Yeah, I probably
I will
won't even
sit
add them.
here. I will sit here in the podcast and I won't say a fucking word because I refuse to read a series where book 2 it's going downhill.
Right.
I'm not reading 4 more books of shit.
Exactly. And the only other point I have, and then to be real with you, I'm finished talking about this absolute pile of trash. Did nobody learn from the mistake of J.K. Rowling with Professor Umbridge? Did
Oh my
nobody
god.
fucking learn a lesson?
No.
because I don't know his name. I don't care. I truly, I'm sorry. I know it's probably insensitive. I don't care. There's some absolutely fucking weirdo mentality type professor in this book that is
The torture
giving,
guy, yeah?
yeah, he's
Okay.
giving very like Professor Umbridge vibes. Basically, he's a dick just because he can be, and he's like the villain inside of the War College. Nobody gives a fuck. Let's just be fucking for real. Nobody cares. He's ruining the book. I did not personally. I know that you need the like antagonist, like what she was saying, and I get that. He's the antagonist in Violet's world and like the War College. I get that. But there is a way of pushing it too far to where it ruins the reader's like will to continue on, and that just I don't want to read. Like anytime he came up in a chapter, I was like, I'm good. I don't. I would much rather have an entire standalone of just Dane jerking
Oh my
himself
god.
than read another fucking thing of him. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like his character could have been better. Like, if you want to make him a Professor Umbridge type character, fine.
there's a way
But
of
this
doing
was
it though.
just, yeah, this was just giving cop on a power trip.
It's just giving. I don't know how to write, so let me just write someone.
Damn.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
That's crazy.
So, you know, I guess I'll set it in stone. I mean, she just did, but I'll also set it in stone on my side. We're gonna read Onyx Storm. We're gonna give it a go. If Onyx Storm is completely ass like this one is, we're not finishing the Empyrean series. I think it's called the Empyrean series. It's so much so I hated this book so much that I have the limited edition version of Iron Flame and Onyx Storm. I'm so thinking about selling them.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh my god, I hated it, but yeah, I'm sorry. I know we typically try and bring you positive videos and everything, but this is just not it. But
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
the
giving this
thumbnail's
a
cute.
solid. It is cute. Kudos to us. But I'm giving this like a 1.5, maybe a 2. Nah, 1.5 is good. 2 is generous.
I was very, very generous about this rating, and I do regret it a little bit, but I gave this a 2.5 star rating.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh, no.
It is. I think I am a little more critical when it comes to rating books because I knock off points for shit like this writing style doesn't feel right to me. I'm
Yeah.
not invested in this specific plot point. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of do that to an extent, of course, but yeah. Um if you like this book, please in a very respectful manner, um let us know in the comments like why you liked it, what your favorite thing was. If you decide to go off on us, I can't promise that I will not go off on you. If you also hated it, let us know so that we can be besties.
Word.
Oh.
But if you liked it, I don't want to hear I liked it because of this tiny fucking insignificant detail. No. If you say that you like it and we start questioning you in the comments, you need to be able to hold that opinion, okay?
I
I
like
don't
it
want to
because
challenge
Zayden.
you. Yeah. I don't want to challenge you and then you crumble like a fucking brick in the dust, please.
I like it because Zayden scratched his left ball sack in the wind in chapter 2, episode fucking, or chapter 3, whatever. No one
I
cares.
mean, valid. If you tell me I like it because I like balls, okay?
Yeah, this book got us all off. I'm Elvish, that's Violet, that's Esper. Fight for
Bye.
narrative, yeah. Fuck you, Craig.